Welcome to the Strategic Sourcing Insight. In this video, I shall walk you through how to build a successful supplier relationship management, that is SRM program, where you are starting from scratch or improving your current setup. I shall share practical steps, real examples, and lesson learned over the years. So, what exactly is SRM? Supplier Relationship Management, or SRM, is a formal structured way to manage your most critical suppliers. These aren't your lowest cost transactional vendors. These are partners who impact your innovation, risk profile, service level, and even your customer experience. SRM goes beyond contracts, pricing, and it's about collaboration, aligning long-term goal, sharing forecast, co-developing products, and working together to solve problems. A key mistake many companies make is trying to apply SRM to every supplier. That doesn't work. SRM should be reserved for top 5 to 10% suppliers, those that are high spend, high risk, deeply integrated into your operations. Think of SRM as relationship layer on top of your traditional sourcing and contract management process. Let's clarify what supplier relationship management, or SRM, actually is. SRM is formal structured approach to managing your most important suppliers. Instead of simply negotiating price and signing a contract, you're developing a long-term partnership that delivers most value for both the sides. The core idea is collaboration. Your work together on performance, risk reduction, cost optimization, innovation, and sustainability. SRM is a structured collaborative approach to managing your most important suppliers. It's about building real partnership based on trust and shared goal. So you can reduce risk, drive innovation, and create more value for both sides. And crucially, it is not something you do with your suppliers, just a critical few that truly impact your business. In this slide, I have shown the difference between transactional and strategic supplier relationship management. So it shows the difference between transactional sourcing and is about a price, short-term deal, while strategic SRM is about trust, transparency, joint problem solving. So generally, it's a shift of mindset between transactional to strategic. So why does SRM matters, especially today, that is in 2025? The first reason is supply chain risk. Over the last few years, we have seen disruptions from COVID to geopolitical conflicts, natural disasters, and relying on transactional arm's length supplier relationship just doesn't work anymore. SRM gives you structured communication, shared planning, risk mitigation strategies. Secondly, SRM is about value beyond just price. Yes, cost saving matters, but true procurement value comes from a better quality, service level, innovation, and even sustainability goals. These can only be achieved through genuine collaboration with supplier. Third one is strong supplier relationship reduce operational issues, delays, quality failures, and shortages that can be minimized when both parties work together transparently. Fourth one is SRM builds resilience. When you share forecast, jointly manage inventory, or plan capacity expansion, you are better prepared for unexpected demand spikes or supply interruptions. Finally, SRM offers competitive advantage. Companies with mature SRM program can bring innovations to market faster, reduce cost, more sustainability, and deliver better customer experience. In this slide, we will discuss about key steps to build an supplier relationship management program in 2025. So the first point comes to be segmentation. So here we need to identify which supplier deserve SRM focus. So for that we will use spend analysis, then risk exposure, strategic importance to segment your base, and typically your top 5 to 10% of the suppliers will fall into SRM category. So this is point number one. Point number two comes to be governance and the roles. So here we should clearly define who owns the supplier relationship from your side, who will lead quarterly business reviews, what's the escalation path, also define supplier role. Governance ensures program isn't just a talk, it's a formal repeatable process. So in this slide, in continuation to key steps, we have to go for point number 3 is developing the engagement model. So we have to clearly define the monthly review program, quarterly strategic review, and we have to develop one scorecard, dashboards, and communication channel so that supplier will be informed appropriately. Establish how issues will be tracked and resolved. And then comes point number 4, measure and improve. Unless we measure, we will not be able to improve. So a successful SRM program must be data driven. Here we should use KPIs to track performance, hold regular reviews, identify issues early, and implement joint improvement plans. So SRM is a journey of continuous improvements, not a one-time project. Segmentation, we have used the famous Kraljic matrix, gives you the way to classify supplier into 4 quadrants. First is strategic items, high profit impact, high supply risk. These are suppliers you can't easily replace, but who have a huge impact on your operations. For these, you build a long-term partnership, invest in joint planning, and use formal SRM process. The second leverage item is high profit impact but low supply risk. You have plenty of options in the market, so you can focus on competitive bidding and volume deals. Kraljic method, third bottleneck items are low profit impact but high supply risk. Even though they may not be expensive, they can halt production if unavailable. You need strategy to secure supplies like safety stock or alternate suppliers. Non-critical items, those are low risk, low impact. So here you focus on transactional efficiency, automation, and reducing procurement workload. Using the Kraljic matrix helps you to design the right sourcing approach for each category and ensure you invest SRM resources only where they really matters on your strategic suppliers. Method of segmentation is ABC analysis, and this is one of the most practical tool for supplier segmentation, especially when you are deciding how to allocate SRM resources. The idea is very simple. Not all suppliers have the same impact on your business. A supplier with segment A are the most critical. They typically make up 10 to 20% of your supplier base, but account for 70 to 80% of your total spend. Risk exposure or strategic importance. These are your SRM targets. You manage them with high touch strategies like joint planning, executive reviews, and formal performance management. In ABC analysis of SSRM, second is B suppliers. They are important but less critical. They might be 20 to 30% of suppliers and 15 to 25% of spend. For these suppliers, you still maintain a structured relationship, but with fewer resources, maybe twice yearly reviews instead of quarterly. In continuation with ABC analysis, third is C suppliers. This is a very long tail. Often 50 to 70% of your suppliers count, but only 5 to 10% of the spend. For these suppliers, you focus on transactional efficiency, automation, catalogs, standard items, and they don't need SRM. So, ABC analysis, which shows here in this slide a pie chart and a table, and it defines which segment is very important for us. That means A class and B class, where we spend almost 90-95% of the money, and we need to focus on these suppliers and strategic point of view. Let's talk about the practical side. What tools actually help you to run on SRM program? First, you don't need fancy software to start. Many companies begin with basic tools like Excel, SharePoints. They track supplier scorecards, meeting notes, and joint improvement plans manually. It's a low-cost, flexible approach that works well for pilot and small supplier setup. But as your SRM program grows, you shall need more robust solutions. That is where SRM software platform comes in, like SAP Ariba, Coupa, Jagger. These tools let you standardize scorecards, automate workflows, manage QBR schedules, and store supplier performance data in one place. ERP integration is also important. You need to clean consistent supplier master data system. If your ERP is a mesh, you shall struggle to align purchasing, quality, and finance on where your strategic supplier even are. So, for performance scorecard and dashboards are essentials. SRM depends on clear shared KPIs like delivery performance, quality issues, cost savings, and even innovation projects. Digital dashboards make these KPIs visible to both you and suppliers. Second is supplier portals and collaboration tools make communication easier. These platform let supplier log in, see the purchase order, share forecast, submit certifications, and track improvement plans. Finally, contracts and document management system help keep everything organized. You shall need one source of truth for contract, service level segments, NDAs, and meeting notes. The key point is SRM is a process, not just a relationship. Tool makes sure that process is consistent, measurable, and scalable. Thanks for your support.